In January, TLC is going to air one of the saddest TV shows of all time. It's called My Husband's Not Gay. If you have to say it, there's probably something going on. And it features 3 married Mormon couples, as well as one single guy who identifies as gay but is actively seeking a wife. Speechless. And the premise of the show is that these guys are in fact gay, and they're rather open about their gayness, but they're essentially forcing themselves to be married to women because they believe in their faith that much. So in the preview of the first episode, one of the couple's husbands says, quote, "No marriage is perfect, and ours isn't either, but we believe with our faith in God we can overcome anything." Another says that he's, quote, "attracted to his wife for sure, but definitely attracted to men too." When one of the wives is asked whether her husband is gay, she says, quote, "I get a little defensive when somebody calls my husband gay." Even though earlier in the video her husband admits that he was primarily attracted to men. He admits it, and admitted it to her. She's like, "Don't call my husband gay," even though he said it. This is one of those stories that is very illustrative, because without the influence of religion on these people, there's absolutely no way they would try to do the goofy thing that they're doing, which is denying who they are and marrying somebody they're not attracted to, not even part of the gender they're attracted to. Without religion, this would be impossible. The idea would be absurd at face value if you brought this up to somebody in a world without religion. "Hey man, I know you're gay, but would you like to marry a woman and force yourself to repress your true nature throughout the rest of your life and despise everybody around you because you're living a lie?" "Sure, I'd like to try that." Oh God, it's painful, man. It's painful to hear about it. It's painful to think about it. You know, it briefly entered my mind. I don't know if I agree with it though, but the thought entered my mind that this is kind of exploitative too. Because you're taking people who are clearly living a lie, and there's got to be psychological damage associated with this, and you're propping them up in front of the world. So you're putting them on a pedestal, and you're exposing this person who's got to be unstable at some core level because they're denying their own reality. And is that something that, you know, we should encourage as a society? Now, that thought entered my mind, but at the same time, I think my libertarian side beats that back, because I always side more with, you just gotta let people do whatever the fuck they want to do, and if these couples are willing to do it, and they are, and TLC is willing to do the show, and they are, then fuck, man. Even though it's a fucked up scenario, by all means, I'm gonna have to allow them to do it, because who am I as a third party to step in and say, "Hey, you're being exploitative, and you need to get your shit together"? You just can't do it. You can't do it. And also, TLC was the channel that had Honey Boo Boo. So their morals have been shitty for a very long time to begin with. They used to be the Learning Channel. They used to be like somewhat of a public station. They used to be similar to PBS. And then they sold off TLC to a private company, and they kept the name The Learning Channel, TLC, but then they started getting Honey Boo Boo and stories about gay people who pretend not to be gay. For fuck's sake, change the name of your station. You're not The Learning Channel anymore.